Jonathan Mathis, the sports judge. I'm back. I'm taking over your computer screen again. Yes, I am stoked right now. As you guys can see, I am so elated after my USC Trojans took down the UCLA Bruins in the latest installment of a crosstown rivalry, one of the best rivalries in sports. I'm feeling great right now. It's a wonderful feeling knowing that USC has turned it around. They're once again back to being a relevant football team. They have once again launched themselves into contention. It's been a long time coming for the USC Trojans. The USC Trojans have a stud and a quarterback, Caleb Williams, and man, did he put on a show tonight. He was simply sensational. I mean, he got off to a slow start, and it looked almost as if it was going to be a bad night. It was one of those nights where you were saying, oh, well, maybe this is not Caleb Williams' night. Maybe this is a night where he would, have one of those off nights and not put it all together. Well, he showed up. He showed up, maybe not on time, maybe belatedly, but he still showed up and he showcased his talent as he has done all season long, and he was simply spectacular. He's a fun player to watch. I think he has solidified himself. I think he has solidified his Heisman candidacy. I think it's fair to say after this game against UCLA tonight. And you saw early on how frustrated he was. He looked very frustrated. His you can tell by his body language, he just didn't look like himself. But then UCLA was able to, USC was able to turn it on against UCLA, and now number 7 USC clinched its spot in the Pac-12 Championship Game. And they kept their college playoff aspirations alive with another epic offensive showing in a 48-45 win over number 16 UCLA. And they did this without Travis Dye. They did this without one of their top producers in the offense. He's done for the year. Austin Jones filled in nicely. Carried a huge load tonight. Did well running the football on the ground. He was efficient, as well as Caleb Williams. And man, once again, the USC defense played a game of takeaway. Something they've been doing all year long. They love to take away the football. They feast on turnovers. And once again, they won the turnover battle. That's something they've done well since the start of the season. And I think Caleb Williams has made a Heisman statement. And I think USC as a team has made a statement clinching a berth in the Pac-12 Championship Game. I think it's fair to say that. I think it's really, really fair to say that. And UCLA is a good team. These were two heavyweights battling in an offensive showdown. And the Trojans just so happened to make a couple of more plays than the Bruins. They were able to win. But Caleb Williams, he's dangerous as a runner. His accuracy down the field was on point. He dialed up some nice touchdown concepts, particularly their coach, Lincoln Riley, who's an offensive mind. They were just sensational offense. And Caleb Williams, he's been so productive all season long. He's so lethal on the run. We saw him put on the show tonight, and he delivered a pass down the field that was on the money. A pass that was on the money. Hey, I'm doing a video over here. A pass that was on the money to Jordan Addison. And Jordan Addison, did the rest. He took it into the end zone, scored a touchdown. Jordan Addison has been magnificent as well. He's the top receiver on the USC team. And he was amazing tonight again. But it took USC some time. They had to kind of settle into an offensive rhythm, in which they did. At the end of the game, Thompson Robinson, he was in obvious pain after getting banged up. But USC's offense repeatedly in the second half, they just looked good. They took over the game. They were able to take control of the game. They were able to stay on the field a bit longer. I believe time of possession. You talk about time of possession. And USC just showed the world on national TV on one of the biggest stages in one of the most iconic venues how good they truly are. If you haven't really seen this team play, you know how good they are. And they were able to rally from a 14-0 deficit against their crosstown rival because they went down early in the game. They had to pull themselves together, and they did that, and they were able to come away with the win. So it was a great win for USC. I'm happy. I apologize to all the fans that's watching this because my daughter's making noise. But you know what? You know why she's making that noise? Because she's a USC fan. She's happy that USC won the game. So that's why she's screaming. She's full of excitement right now. She's as excited as her dad right now. So that's why you hear her in the background screaming. But you don't hear her mama screaming because her mom, which is my fiance, by the way, she is a UCLA fan. So she's kind of feeling butthurt right now. She's feeling down on herself. She's mad, and she actually also, she lost a bet to me tonight. So that's why it's so quiet in the background. But you hear my daughter screaming because my daughter, she is fired up right now. She's pumped up because I've already started teaching her early what team to root for. And she knows what team to root for. She knows to fight on. She knows about Tommy Trojan because I taught her early, So it's USC. It's fight on all day. You know what I'm saying? It's fight on all day. I'm happy the Trojans won the game. That was a great game. And I kind of knew it would be a high-scoring affair because both of these teams can, score points. They can light up the scoreboard. And, both teams can score at will, and make plays. And that's what we saw tonight. So it was a great game in front of a sold-out crowd, the largest student section in history, in UCLA history. Just an amazing night at the Rose Bowl. I wish I could have been there, honestly. I most likely will probably write an article on this and talk a little bit more about it in my commentary. But yeah, it was a great game. UCLA lost to USC. So once again, USC has the bragging rights, but they have more than bragging rights. They also are headed to the Pac-12 Championship Game. How cool is that under Lincoln Riley in his first year as the head coach? I'll see you guys later. You guys have a wonderful night. I'll be back most likely tomorrow in another sports video. Don't forget to do a huge favor before I check out of here. Subscribe to this channel. Hit the subscribe button. It's not complicated. Just hit the subscribe button so you guys can keep up with me and check in for upcoming content. But we'll chat more tomorrow. I'm checking out of here now, guys. Take care.